Hello, and welcome to my channel, Single Mom Review. My name is Sherry, and that is spelled C-H-E-R-E. It is spelled a little fancy, but pronounced plain old Sherry. And I'm a full-time high school English teacher and a part-time reseller here on YouTube. And then I also sell from the platforms of eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. My links to those will be down in my description box. If you would like to go check those out, please do. I'm starting back listing tonight. This is Tuesday night, and I am starting back listing tonight. It's going to happen. There's really, everything's the same on all the platforms. It's just whichever your preference is to shop on. Today I am bringing to you a thrift haul, and this thrift haul is from the Tulsa Bins, the Tulsa Goodwill outlet, which is also called the Bins. Super excited to share that with you. It's about an hour from me, so that's really awesome. I will say I like the Oklahoma City Bins a little bit more than the Tulsa Bins. I feel like the Tulsa Bins just aren't as full, and so there's not so much digging, and that's really what I like to do. I like to find those things that people miss, and rather than just try to grab. I like digging and trying to find those things there at the bottom that people miss. Now, I don't mind grabbing a few things, but I don't know. I really like doing that. Just kind of in my own element, digging through. But doesn't mean it'll keep me away from the Tulsa Bins, because it won't. I will continue to go. But I do, as of right now, prefer the Oklahoma City Bins, which the Tulsa Bins are fairly new. They just opened in May. And so, you know, things could change. I don't know. But I did get quite a few things. Got a few things for myself, a couple things for my son I thought he might like, a couple things or several things to resale that I'm going to have available. It's going to be like all of my thrift hauls. If you see something that you do like and you don't want to wait until I have it in a sale and take the chance of someone else maybe beating you to it, send me an email. Tell me what the item is. I will get you a price, and then you let me know if you want me to send you an invoice for it. I do still clean. If it's a clothing item, I will definitely wash. If it's a purse, anything, I always clean, condition, sanitize, all those types of things before I ever mail it to you guys. I just want it to come to you all the best possible way that I can get it. And so I like to do that. I will tell you, if you ordered from my purse sale on Monday, which was just a couple of days ago, now if you ordered from the last thrift haul and the purse sale, getting ready to take a load to the post office from those 2 days. But if you only ordered from the purse sale and you had not placed an order from another sale, if you've only have 1 day of things with me, then I still have those. And that's quite a few. I honestly didn't have a whole lot double up. And so if you order from the purse sale, you're still under that umbrella of $10 max shipping. So grab some items and get them thrown in there and get your box filled. Shipping is max of $10. So I think that's a great deal. I'm always looking for the absolute best shipping deal that I can find when I shop. I will even go through and try to find something else. If it gets me to a certain, so much off or a certain dollar amount to earn free shipping, or, from, not necessarily a reseller, but like a store when I'm shopping for Christmas and stuff. I'm all about finding out how to cut shipping cost down. So let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, if you do see something, send me an email to singlemomreview@gmail.com, and I will get you a price. I'll let you know. Now, I will tell you, on Wednesday night, I am working a banquet, but I always have my phone, and I will be able to respond and say, hey, you are first on that. I'll get back with you with the price. Hey, you're, second on that, but I'm working on a price. And I think this banquet's only till like 8:30 or 9, so I will, have time to get those back to you fairly quickly. But do remember, I am going to be working that banquet. I was going to do the thrift haul on Thursday, but I need to dedicate Thursday to filming the Elevate Your Look collab that I'm going to be in on Saturday. I need to dedicate that night to doing that and editing that video on that night. And so I just needed to have that night kind of cleared up. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I will have a little about me at the end, not a lot since the last time, but I do have a few things. I forgot to talk about the movie I went and saw, and so I do want to talk about that. I got off on something else on the purse sale and forgot to tell you what movie I even saw. All right, so the first thing here is I actually got this for myself as of right now. It's Midnight Velvet. Not really a brand I necessarily know. It was a size extra large. It's just polyester and nylon shell. The lining is polyester with a 70% down and 30% feather. So I thought, you know, might be warm. It's kind of a quilted look. You guys know I'm an animal print girl. I love my leopard look. And this was, I just thought it was very pretty. I wasn't even there to look for myself, but when I came across this, I was like, oh. So I just thought it was kind of pretty. And I don't think it's, the polyester and the down does not feel like it's hardly been worn, if at all. I don't think there was no flaws, no anything. So I'm going to give it a try. If I don't like it, I can always sell it. But I did purchase this for me as of right now. Now, if somebody sees it, and you're like, I just have to have that coat, let me know. It does have here on the sleeve, it has a little zipper, just a little added detail there. Like I said, your top here is going to kind of come up like that if you want it, or it's going to lay down like that, your collar. It does have pockets here on the side, and they do zip, so you can keep things in there and not let them fall out. It does have zipper, but then it also does have buttons. So it's got a little of both. Where am I at? It's got your zipper, but then buttons also. So it's just a really nice little jacket. So I picked that up. Like I said, if somebody's just dying for it, if you're like, that's the jacket for me, let me know. But if not, I think I'm going to keep this. All right, so I'm going to stick with clothes here before we get into this other. Let's see. These two t-shirts I did get for my son. This is, I don't know if you all know Karl Lagerfeld. Established in 1992. He is, it says Oklahoma Sun, but Cole is kind of a red dirt. And I think this is in really, like, it's new, but it's by Kingston Royal Comfortable T-shirt. It's 50% cotton, 50% polyester. I'm going to ask my youngest son if he wants it, but if it's too big, I'm definitely going to give it to my oldest son, and I may even just give it to my oldest son, just because he's the one that plays in the band, and I think he would really like this, but so we'll see. And then the other t-shirt I got for my youngest son. Of course, he's a college guy, but I just thought it was a beautiful color. He likes the color blue. It was by Caribbean, and it's an extra large. It had Caribbean up here, and then on the back, it has, are you gonna rum my way? Send the bartender. So, just a fun t-shirt. So I got those two for them. I think, you know, probably Ben's cost, it's like $1 or something, you know. So anyways, I got that for them. All right, the next thing here was a Talbot's 1X. This Talbot's Woman is what it's called. This is made in India. Let's see what it is made of. I just really liked the look of this one, and this is 100% polyester, but it was in excellent shape. It was Talbot's, and it's like this black and white kind of print with that teal outline. It goes all the way down. I just thought it was a very vibrant, it is sleeveless. I know summer's leaving us, but if you had a white or a black jacket that you wore over the top of this, oh, how stinking cute would that be? You could really jazz this up with some jewelry. You could wear turquoise jewelry. You could wear black. I mean, it's very, very, very pretty. And so I grabbed that. I loved it. I love the size, a 1X. It was a nice size. And I do like Talbots. They make nice clothing. All right, the next thing I got here was this Karl Lagerfeld Paris. This was a size small, but I'm thinking it's definitely going to run a little big because it's just a kimono. So I'm definitely thinking a small, medium could wear this. It's got your black, like cuff around the sleeves. It's got your black around, all around your collar, all the way down here. It's got like a peach and kind of a red color, kind of with all the letters of Karl Lagerfeld. Now remember, I told you I'm a true medium, and this maybe even fit a large, honestly. I mean, like yeah, I think this would fit a small, medium, or a large, to be quite honest. Super cute. The sleeves go to about there. I just have a lot of people that really like Karl Lagerfeld. I like Karl Lagerfeld. And this was in excellent condition. And this is 70% polyester and 30% reprocessed polyester. Your guess is as good as mine. But I just thought this was really cute. All right. The next thing I got here was a Tahari 100% linen 2X. So I definitely wanted to pick this up. It's got your linen sleeves here. Okay. It has it's about 3/4 length sleeve. It's in a kind of a, what would you call that? Kind of an oat color, very light beige, in a beautiful linen look. Great size, 2X. The little sleeves here make a little cuff. That's the word, Sherry. That's the word. Your top here has a collar, but then it goes into like a little V-neck right there. Your bottom, look at this, it's a tunic, and your bottom has little pockets. It is so stinking cute. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? I thought that was just so cute. Look, too stinking cute. So everything was great with this too. Great, great, great. All right, the next thing I got here was this Chico's. This was a Chico's. This is a Zer Energy by Chico's. It is a size 3, so it's the bigger size. It is 84% polyester and 16% spandex. But it's a little zip up red vest. So you could, not zip this up, or put like a black long sleeve under a white long sleeve, and then, either wear this open or, kind of mid zip it up there. It's got a bottom, like, not a tight cuff, but a little, kind of gives you a little bit of definition there. It does have a little pockets here, little zip pockets. Okay. They do zip. It does have your little, I don't know if that's for the Energy little branding there or what that is. I've never had anything by that, but this was also in just wonderful condition. So size 3 Chico's. And then I got, this color of this skirt just called my name. So I was like, I am getting that. Isn't that pretty? Look how pretty that is, those colors. It is like a little kind of a, I don't know if you, probably, I don't know, would you call this a pencil skirt? Goes about knee length, right above the knee, I would say. It's got a little slit here in the back. And I'll tell you, the slit in the back still has the thread that you are supposed to, when you purchase it, you unclip that so that the slit kind of comes apart. It's still new enough that it has those threads. Okay, see how that? And you just, it's like a suit jacket. The suit jacket has a little slit there in the very back for a man, and when the first time that they wear it, there's a few strings that they cut. That's what that is. This actually still does have its original tags from Talbot's. This originally was $89.50. It is a size 6 petite, but with new with tags, I couldn't leave it behind. It's a Talbot's petites, size 6P. The material, this is 98% cotton and 2% spandex, and then the lining is polyester. So it does have a lining on the inside, but for the bins, new with tags, Talbot's, this beautiful skirt, I had to grab that. All right, the next thing I grabbed was, you guys know, I honestly, when I grabbed this, I kind of thought about myself, but I may sell it. It's J. Jill Wherever collection in a size medium, made in the Philippines. It's just a beautiful, like a teal cotton dress. I think it's cotton. I'm gonna look. It actually has these little side pockets. I may try this on. I may wash this and try this on. I mean, it's just the most comfortable, everyday, adorable little dress with the pockets. I mean, like, I don't know how you can go wrong with this. It's in wonderful, beautiful condition. Let me see if I can see what the material is. I'm pretty sure it's cotton. Because it feels wonderful. Oh, actually, it's rayon. 95% rayon, 5% lycra spandex. So that's why, I mean, it got some stretch. It's just, I just think it, and you could, you know, jazz it up with jewelry because it's just this plain. The pockets, though. A teacher with these pockets. So I did go ahead and grab that. This was also a new with tags little item. This is by LL Bean. This is an adorable dress too. LL Bean. It is in a medium regular, made in Peru. But look, it is like a little sailor, navy and white striped dress. Oh my gosh, it is so stinking cute. It also has pockets. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is cute too. It's adorable. Adorable. Now this is one, this was the day I went to the bins that I met up with Haley from Haley's Jewelry and Craft. This is when I met her for the first time, and we are meeting up again in September. And she actually had this in her cart, and then she brought it over to me and said, hey, do you want this? And I was like, well, yeah, I'll take the new with tag. And so she gave me a couple of items that day that she wasn't going to go ahead and get. It does have a little side slip on each side here. It's just adorable. It's the cutest little sailor dress, new with tags. This is why I've got to get listing. All right, okay, and the last thing in this sack was this scarf. And this is a vintage scarf. And this is by, I don't even know how you say that. Right there. It does have, looks like one little, I haven't even tried to clean that off, like a little, very light little dot there of something. But it's like a, I don't know if that's navy or black. I think it's black and brown. striped. The brand, when I looked up that brand, it was that's the only little spot right there. It was a very, very, very good brand. So I definitely went ahead and decided there's really no pulls on it that I can see too much. Honestly, it looks really nice. I mean, you can tell that somebody did wear this. It's not new or anything. But the only thing that I really noticed was right here. And I didn't notice this until I got it home. But that needs to be tucked and kind of maybe fabric glued. Which, you know, I think I'm going to maybe try to do that. Just fabric glue that down. It goes all the way to right there. It's where that roll is around the edge. And just roll it down. And just put a couple of dabs of fabric glue, and I think it will be, you know, you wear these things, either you wear them tied around a purse, which that would be beautiful on a black or brown purse, or, you know, you tie it around, you know, especially these smaller ones like this, you know, and so nobody was really looking around the edges that closely. And so I am going to, unless somebody tells me today, hey, I want that scarf, don't mess with it, I'm going to do something with it. Otherwise, I am going to do that, I think. Try to mend it a little bit. All right. Now, let's see here. Bags. I think I'm into bags. All right. The first thing I have here is this Brighton. I don't think that this has ever been used. It's a Brighton with love from me to you. Love, Brighton. Shine. It says shine there. It's a beautiful blue check. These are those collector's bags that Brighton does. And there's the inside with, it is brand new. New without tags, with the little hearts and the white hearts on the inside. This is adorable. Adorable. So I got that. Then, I think this is an Aeropostale brand. I think. I remember looking it up that day. And it's like a blue and white floral kiss lock. Opens up. It is Stephanie Johnson. Right there. It has a tiny little slip pocket right there. Stephanie Johnson. And the inside was beautiful. Just a little kiss lock. Little clutch. Little, you want to put, you know, carry your, whatever you want to carry it in. Have this inside your purse. Whatever you would want to do. But very nicely made. And like I said, I think that was an Aeropostale brand, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty positive when I looked it up. I was surprised it was a little bit higher valued than what I thought. All right, the next thing I have is this Kate Spade little pink geometric little Y2K handbag. The leather handle is like new condition. Here you have a little back slip pocket. Okay, it has a magnetic. And this is, I think, probably why I found it in a bin, like somebody had thrown it back. You've got a little bit of discoloration right there, and I don't know if that is just dirt, but this is canvas, and I can wash that. Not throw it in a washer and wash it, but just, you know, get it pretty saturated and clean on it. And so I am going to try to do that back there. And it's on the bottom. So, you know, if it doesn't remove a whole lot, it's on the bottom. Then it had, I think that might be maybe an ink mark. I think that might be an ink mark. Now that may not be going anywhere, but honestly, it almost just looks like a little piece of fabric. Like a thread, honestly, that you might try to remove it, but it's not going to come off, but it's honestly not that noticeable. Kate Spade branding right there. It magnetizes open. And the inside was beautiful. Beautiful. Got your Kate Spade branding there with a little slip pocket. Got your zipper pocket here. So that was the only two things. That little bit of dirt look right there, and then just that tiny. So if I can get that cleaned up, this is going to be a beautiful bag. Beautiful little bag. It's the Y2K right under your arm that's kind of came back, and it's pink. Yeah, so I got that. Someone else threw it back. I mean, I don't know. All right, and then this Vera Bradley tote. I thought she was beautiful. She actually has this little kind of, what do you call that? Little tortoise shell, faux tortoise shell plastic thing. So like you can clip, you know, hinge that over. It does. That's kind of what keeps it closed there at the top, is that little buckle there. Here on the, I don't know if this is the front or the back, probably the back. Here in the back, you got one pocket with a key fob little thing inside of it. Or actually, that's the front, because there's your little buckle thing. So then on the back side, you actually have a little zipper pocket out here on the back side. It does have the Vera Bradley right there on the zipper pull. Handles are a little bit, that's kind of probably where the problem was, that maybe some people didn't grab it. But honestly, I'm going to kind of, you know, take some scissors. I'm going to take a sweater shaver and just kind of smooth it out. And I think it's going to come out okay. This handle was the same way a little bit. So I think once I do that, I think it's going to be absolutely fine. Because all of this is all fine. It's just that very, very, very top. All right, so then the inside of it was beautiful. On this side, you had your Vera Bradley branding. I love the colors of this. You've got a slip pocket there and two slip pockets on that side. You actually have, and then on the other side, you have you have three pockets, slip pockets on each side of this tote. And there's the inside. So, I mean, I definitely wasn't going to leave it behind. There's your bottom. There's really no staining. I mean, it's been used, but I love the colors, the brown and the pinks. How can you go wrong with that? So I did grab that too. And this was the one that I grabbed. Everybody else had kind of thrown it back. And I was like, I saw the leather and I was like, wow. Then I saw the brand, a brand I've never come across before. Didn't even know they made purses. Driven several vehicles. King Ranch. Now I do know the reason that they did is because it is darkened around the top. I don't know if it got wet around the top. It almost looks like an ombre. But it's just the most amazing leather that you can imagine. And honestly, now the back here, you can kind of tell where it's a little bit more. I don't know if it got wet or what occurred. I haven't done anything to it. I am going to start conditioning it. I'm going to do some things like that. But if you're a person that could dye a bag, these bags resell. This exact bag was reselling on Poshmark and eBay between $100 to $150. Of course, it didn't have the discoloration there. Did not have that. But if you are one of the, and the leather, oh my gosh, the leather, it smells like saddle leather, which that's what a King Ranch Ford truck smells like. If you get the King Ranch package, that's what it's called, the package. If you get the King Ranch package, which that means all your leather and stuff is just this high quality saddle leather, because that's King Ranch is a ranch down in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. The leather is just 2 steps above the rest on your trucks when you get the King Ranch edition. The handles are in pristine condition. The whole structure of the bag, I think that was the big seller for me. The structure of the bag, nothing's the matter with it. The bottom, it's in, can you hear that leather? You can just smell it. The back here has a zipper pouch. Okay, it's kind of one of those hidden zippers. It's got a very heavy canvas nylon lining. And I'm telling you what, the reason this leather is probably still like this is King Ranch leather is made to last. It also has the pebbled here in the middle, and then your sides and your bottom are the smooth. It has a magnetic closure, and then your interior, the interior of this bag was absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. And it did have a big pocket over here on this side, on the inside. So I mean, if somebody has an idea of what occurred that caused that to do that, but I think it had to have gotten in some water. That's my only guess on why that did that. But I've never worked with King Ranch leather before other than in a truck. And so I have no idea what it's going to do when I condition it. I mean, it could, I don't know. These purses sell for $400 to $500 new, but they still were selling on Poshmark. This leather is wonderful, but for, like I said, between 100 and 150. Somebody, but we're going to see what I can do with it. But if you're interested at all, let me know. I mean, if you want it as is, let me know. I'll shoot you a price for as is. But this is a phenomenal bag. All right. So that is what I got at the Tulsa bins that day. I'm not one that just goes in the bins and throws, you know, all kinds of things in my cart. I'm pretty particular about what I pick. But I did, where the Tulsa bins are, I mean, like a half a block. I mean, just almost still connected is a Goodwill store. And so I always, when I get done with the Tulsa bins, I always run over to that Goodwill store. And so this was what I got that day from the Goodwill store. I didn't realize that Kate Spade had done a collab with Clinique, but she had. And so I picked up this little makeup bag. I don't know that it's been used. It is pristinely clean on the inside, but it's the most beautiful little kind of a powder blue with red and red lips. So super cute. It has Clinique on the zipper pull, but it is Clinique times Kate Spade New York little collab. So I grabbed that. All right, and then the next thing I had grabbed that day, I think this is a Tianello, yes. So this was a gold little crossbody by Tianello. I just thought it was super cute. It does have here on the front, it has a little accordion style kind of small wallet. Got a zipper pocket here. And then you have your 2 slip pockets, and then you have credit card slips there. That zips up and around there. And then you have a slip pocket right there. It is kind of a goldish, kind of metallic looking. And you have your back here that has a little back pocket that zips. So you got all kinds of little compartments on the outside before you ever get in on the inside. It is also not removable, but adjustable there. And like I said, it is the Tignello. You've got your, or Tignello, you've got your zipper pull that says Tignello. You've got your brand right there. And then you've also got a zipper pocket on the inside here. And you've got a slip pocket over here. And there you go. It is really clean on the inside. I did notice a tiny bit of edge coat right there, which I'm going to take some black leather paint and just paint over that right there just to make it look flush. I don't really do edge coat. I don't know that I have the patience nor the time to do it, but I will until somebody wants to do the edge coat. I will get it back to where it looks like there's edge coat there. How's that? Just taking that leather paint and painting there, and it kind of slows it down too if it was going to go anywhere else. But there's really, that was the only spot of edge coating that I saw was right down. Let me make sure I'm not saying something that's not true. Yeah, I think actually right here, that little side and that little bit on that side. So I'll just take some black leather paint and paint that and conditioner all up, and she will be good to go. All right, the next thing I got is, I think this was a Rolf's, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Rolf's. I love Rolf's leather. All right, so this was a shoulder bag. And this is a vintage Rolf's black shoulder bag. It is not adjustable nor removable. It does have here on the side, it has a little, what is this? Oh, I think it's got a little ID holder in there. It does, look. There's your ID holder, and it's actually attached to that side pocket. Now, if you were somebody that got this bag and you didn't want it, all you'd have to do is clip it out of there. But it is there. How neat. You know, vintage bags had all kinds of little things like that they did. So it's in there. The only reason I noticed it is because you can just see the very edge there. Okay, it's in a beautiful, like a distressed black leather that's in great condition. There's really no rubs or anything. So here on the front, you have a zipper side pocket. Okay, right there. Little hidden place, and there's not one on that side, so it's just the one little hidden zipper pocket there. On the back here, you have a big slip pocket that zips, and then for your interior, you have actually actually a lot of compartments. Okay, here's the front. Let's start it out. You've got on the very front here, this is what it looks like from the top area. On the front here, you've got a zippered section, okay? Gonna unzip that, and there's your big zipper area, okay? Then you go behind that, and you've got a part that snaps, okay? You're gonna unsnap that, but when you unsnap that, you've got 3 sections. Start from the back where the Rolf's is. Rolf's genuine leather that need to be cleaned. You've got a slip pocket or a zipper pocket there. You have credit card slips there that are in a leather inside there. Then you've got a big area. Then you've got a middle section of another zip there. And then you've got another big section there. So this purse has a lot of fun areas, and it is in amazing shape for a vintage bag. All right, and then the last bag I have is, actually I have one other little wallet. This was a brand I've never found before. I don't know how you say this brand, and I have never found this brand out and about, and honestly, I didn't even know this was a brand. But when I felt the bag, it just felt of good quality. And it is a Cochineal, Coccinelle, Coccinelle. And when I was there in the store and I looked it up real quick, yeah, these bags sell very well, resell very well. And this one is absolutely gorgeous, except for one thing, and I will show you here in a minute. Okay, so this is like a silver marbled kind of look, kind of a, I don't know if you call that a snakeskin look, but it's like a silver, but then it's got pleats with the black that shows through a little bit. Okay, you got your bottom here, got your bottom feet, very pretty. What is that? A little bit of black, it looks like. Yep, it's like a little bit of, I can feel it. I think it's looks like, feels like something I could probably scrape off. Here's your sides. It's a very gorgeous bag. The little shoulder handle is, and this is all genuine leather, chain with black leather ran through it. The inside is very, very, very nice. It does have a zip top. You've got your cochineal, I guess, cochineal. It's kind of got a lining that reminds you a little bit of Coach, kind of a black satin lining. The zipper pocket on this side where the branding is. Oops, find my right zipper. And then this side has 2 slip pockets. Okay. The interior is wonderful. Let's see. This has not only a zipper, but if you don't want to zipper it, it does have a magnetic top also. But here's the zipper for it. Okay, so if you're going to have it zippered up like that, okay, and then it magnetizes. So it's going to be like that as you're carrying it. Now, like I said, there was an issue. And that, oh, also the zipper does have the cochineal on it also. The issue is, and I didn't notice it, honestly, until I got in the car. It's hard to notice unless you get out in the light. But, can you tell right here? Probably can. Let's see where that's stained or darker. I don't know if something got spilt on that or what. But I haven't done anything to it. But I'm going to try to see what I can do to get that. I don't think it would be color rub. It just seems to me like somebody spilt something on that. So I am going to get tub of towels. I'm going to get some, different kinds of cleaners that I have. I've got some saddle soap. And I'm just going to really try to clean that. Because it's just like it's right there. And there's nothing on the inside to kind of be like something saturated it or anything. And I can't imagine it just being this one little area that color rubbed on. So I'm not sure. So I'm going to look forward to cleaning that. But go pull a comp on this brand of purses. Yeah. Because honestly, even with that little bit on the back side, I think it's still going to sell well because the leather, everything else, the structure of it, the interior, everything is beautiful on this bag. So I wasn't afraid of going ahead and picking it up and doing a little bit of work on it, see what I could do, because it is a fabulous bag and one of those one-of-a-kind bags, which I just love. And then the last thing, I didn't see this till the very end, is this woven genuine leather wallet. Oh my gosh, this is by, I think it's VAH, Vintage Leather, established in 2003. That is like just this ever so soft, wonderful smooth leather, and then you've got the woven leather all around part of the back, and then all up through the front, and the little fold over tab there. So this does have two areas. It has a zippered area back here. There's your zippered area. It's pretty wide, nice zippered area too. Canvas interior. So then this is going to unsnap. It's going to fold open. I actually forgot. So this actually has got a zipper area here, and then you've also got an additional zipper area here on the fold out part. So you've got two nice zipper areas. Then this folds open, and you've got credit card slips, ID holder, slip pocket, slip pocket, slip pocket, slip pocket, credit card slips, a mesh ID holder, and then you've got this huge area here. Here is the interior tag. It is 100% genuine leather, made in India. It is an amazing wallet. The woven, oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Vah, I think it's Vah, V-A-H, vintage leather. This was probably one of my favorite things I picked up, because you don't see a lot of these woven leather wallets like this. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, guys, that is everything. So I hope that you enjoyed my bins haul. I really like going to the bins. This time, I thought I got some wonderful clothing items. The new with tags LL Bean, the new with tags Talbot skirt, the J. Jill dress that I just might keep myself. I may try that LL Bean dress on too, but I probably, the pockets in those dresses make me want to keep them. The linen Tahari tunic that had the pockets in the front, that's beautiful. The Chico's red vest, zip-up vest that you could, would be perfect for the holiday season coming up. The Karl Lagerfeld kimono that would fit anybody from a size small to a large. And then the other Talbot's sleeveless top that had the black and white with the turquoise around the collar, and kind of turquoise went down the front. That would be so cute underneath a black or white jacket for this coming fall. The King Ranch tote. Oh my gosh, the leather on that King Ranch. Look at King Ranch Ford vehicles. If you've never been in one with that package, you'll see what the difference is on a leather King Ranch edition. It's huge. Oh, platinum. I was trying to think of, there's the limited edition, there's the platinum edition, and then there's the King Ranch edition, are the ones that I have. I know my boys and my ex-husband and stuff have had. So those were the ones that were in my mind. Platinum's what I couldn't think of. That's what my son's is. But King Ranch, oh my gosh. That is the leather on a King Ranch. It's even the leather on the console of those Fords is just luxurious. But so anyways, I was super excited to find that bag. That one was probably, even though it was the most that I'm gonna probably have to work on, that's the one that really I was super excited about. So anyways, and my jacket I get. So I thought I had a ball. A little bit about me. I forgot to tell you guys what movie I went and saw. I went and saw Freakier Friday, me and my best friend. And it was one of the cutest movies I've seen in quite some time. It was funny, cute. If you saw the original Freaky Friday where the daughter and the mom, they switched their bodies. This one, 4 people did. It was two that were soon to be stepsisters, and then the mom and grandma. And it was funny, but then also you had to pay attention because you had to remember who was in whose body. It wasn't it wasn't what you would think. Like the two girls didn't just switch bodies, and the mom and the grandma switched. Nope, it was there. So you had to kind of pay attention. So it kept my interest really, really well. We went to Bricktown Brewery for dinner. And so we had a good time. We had a good time. Let's see, since I have been, last time I talked to you guys, I think it was Sunday that I talked to you guys, Monday evening. I'm actually getting back into, I have been, probably maybe right after I had Canyon, I became a member of ESA. It's kind of a philanthropic community sorority. You pay, dues and things like that, and you have monthly meetings. And I used to be very, very, very involved. We do a lot of donating things to the community, like, anytime there's dinners and things, they might call ESA and ask ESA members to donate cakes. And we donate to St. Jude's. We do fundraiser to donate to St. Jude's. We are the ones that put up the American flags. We don't actually put them up anymore. We used to. When I very first started, we would get in the back of a truck. There'd be about 4 of us, and stand up and try to fit them in the all down Main Street. And we do that as a fundraiser because businesses will donate, $30-40 for the year for us to do it. And so we still do that, but we have since, it just got to be a lot for a lot of the older ladies. And so we give a donation to the Boy Scouts now, and the Boy Scout troop does it for us. But we still purchase all the flags. We pay to get them mended. We basically just pay them to don't really pay them. We give them a donation to Boy Scouts, and then in return, they put up the flags for us, and they do a fabulous job. But it really does a lot for our town. People that come from other towns will be like, this is just the neatest thing, that you go through downtown and on out towards the highway, and there'll just be, flags, throughout the drive, and it's very, very, very pretty. So, but since Colton, my oldest son, probably started junior high football, so that was, he's 25, so he was probably 13, so it's probably been 12 years ago. I was probably really involved for about 10 years, and then had to kind of tried to stay in the best I could, but then kind of had to step away just because there was something almost every Monday night. And that's when we meet on Monday nights. JV and junior high play on Monday nights. Football, basketball is usually on a Monday night. When it comes basketball season, baseball is usually on a Monday night when it comes baseball season. And so it was too much for me to try to go. So I just I still paid my dues. I still donated cakes and things like that, but I just kind of stepped back in going to making, I was kind of, I guess, what you would call an inactive member. And so this year I decided I was going to get back in it and start going. So Wendy and I went to the first meeting of the year. And so getting back in that, so getting a little bit of myself back and doing things like that. So, and I enjoy those ladies. So anyways, I'm starting to get back in that. So we'll have a meeting every month. And then we have, I think we have 3 socials. We'll have a Christmas gathering, and then we'll do something, maybe we do something in October and something in February. So we have somebody that's over socials that gets something together for us. And so, just something for me to do with my time, but yet it's also for a very good cause. We donate to Special Olympics, Circle of Life. I mean, we have several things that we donate. Ministerial Alliance. So it's a philanthropic sorority. Everything we do is pretty much to give back to community, organizations and things like that help others. And so, I'm excited to get back into it and just have the socialism with some ladies outside of school, outside of work. So anyway, so I did that on Monday night. And of course, tonight I'm filming this. It's Tuesday night. You might have noticed I look a little bit more disheveled than I did at the very beginning. I had to stop the video a little bit. I was near the end, but my daughter had cheer practice, and so she had asked if I would keep Charlie, and they actually came a little bit earlier than I planned. I was almost to the end of videoing, and then they pulled in. So, of course, you know, Charlie's here. I got to stop. All eyes go on her. And so anyways, she just went home, and I'm finishing filming. But that's pretty much all I had. I just wanted to share a little bit with you guys about the movie. Tomorrow night, like I said, I do have a banquet, so I will be watching my email though once this video goes up, and just kind of be letting you know, hey, you're first. I'll get you a price if you're interested in something. It's been going very, very, very well. So I've really enjoyed this, because I just carried sacks in, and I just get to open them up and show you all what I got. And I love it. Love, love, love it. So anyways, if you didn't order something from the purse sale and you decide to order something from this sale, go back to the purse sale and see if there's something there that you are interested in. And I think the next thing I have coming up is Saturday at 1 o'clock Central Time. I will be on Elevate Your Style. I think that's what it's called. Elevate Your Look or Elevate Your Style. Now I've even forgot. And like I said, mine is the Classy Sports Fan. I'm going to try to put my acting skills to use, what acting skills I have. So I'm going to try to do that. And then Sunday, I'm going to aim for a purse sale. I'm going to aim for a purse sale. I don't have any banquets this weekend, so I should be able. Now, Friday night, I am going to go to the football game. It's being played at a little place that's about 20 minutes from us. It is our rival, our hometown rival, probably the big rival. They call it the Battle of the Osage. It's the Battle of Osage County. There's a lot of history there with Hominy. So anyway, I will be talking to y'all again real soon. Bye.